Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the DeWitt Gymnasium on the campus of Dordt University. This is Matt, the SID, for the Dordt Media Network. Thank you for joining us live on the Dordt Media Network, both video and audio available, live stats as well. As we have a basketball doubleheader, a women's men's doubleheader featuring Dordt University taking on Dakota State. Women's game will be first, followed by the men at around 7:30 p.m. And it should be an outstanding night for Defender basketball. Women's contest is first, and it features a couple of teams recognized in the NAI preseason poll. Dakota State ranked 13th in the NAI preseason poll. They come in with a 3-1 record. Dordt University earning votes in the initial preseason poll, and they come in with a 1-1 record. Taking a look at the conference schedule, this is the only game on tap as far as the GPAC goes in women's basketball. On the men, we might have a couple of other games. Let's take a look at the standings, the early standings. No conference games have been played, but this will just give you an idea of how the GPAC is doing thus far. And we have a lot of unbeaten teams. It looks like 7 unbeaten teams. College of St. Mary and Jamestown are 3-0. Doane and Midland 2-0. 3 teams with 1-0 records, including Concordia, Dakota Wesleyan, Northwestern. Hastings 2-1. Both Briarcliff and Dordt are 1-1. Morningside is yet to play, and Mount Marty is 0-1. When you look at that NAI preseason poll, 4 GPAC teams are recognized in that preseason poll. Leading the way is Morningside. They come in at number 6. Concordia is 9th, and then both Dordt and Northwestern are in the receiving votes category. And so the GPAC well represented in the NAI national poll. Don't forget that tonight is the final game or final match of the regular season for the Defender volleyball team. They're taking on Briarcliff over in Sioux City. That's a 7:30 p.m. start time. Mike Biker will have the call on that one on Mixler. Dakota State, a little bit about the Trojans, coming in with a 3-1 record. Wins over Briarcliff and Mount Marty, a pair of GPAC teams. It was a 2-point win on the road at Briarcliff, a big win over Mount Marty, and then they lost at number 19 Clark at a tournament last weekend. That was the opening game, 85-68, but they came back in a big way, defeating William Penn 97-52, and that is how Dakota State got to that 3-1 record. Dakota State, coached by David Moe in his 5th season as the head of the Dakota State women's basketball program. He is a 2-time Coach of the Year in the North Star Athletic Association Conference, former assistant at Mayville State, and last year he led Dakota State to a school record in wins, 27 wins and just 4 losses. And they went unbeaten in the North Star Athletic Association. They swept both the regular season and postseason title in the North Star Athletic Association. At one time, they won 23 straight games last year, which was also a school record. Ultimately, they made it to the NEI opening round. They were the champion of the Omaha bracket, defeated Sterling in the round of 16, and then lost to eventual national champion Thomas More in the quarterfinals. But an outstanding year for Coach David Moe last year in Dakota State, and he brings back all 5 starters from a year ago and a total of 9 players from last year's team, led by Jesse Giles, who was a first-team All-American and was the conference player of the year. Giles, 2-time All-American now. And she's leading the Dakota State in scoring this year at 22.5 points per game. Savannah Walsdorf also returns, an all-conference player. She's averaging 15 points per game. And Elsie Aslison, another returning starter and all-conference player. She is a 3rd Dakota State player, averaging double figures at 11 points per game. Lexi Robson and Courtney Menning are the other 2 returning starters for this Dakota State team. Then you flip the script over to Dordt University, coming in with a 1-1 record. A convincing win at presentation, 75-61. Last time out, lost to Grandview, 82-66. That was a game played October 28 last week in Des Moines. And it was a game where Dordt led 23-18 at the end of the first quarter. And it was tied at 37 at the half. Grandview went ahead for good at about the midpoint of the third quarter, and a big fourth quarter led as Grandview outscored Dordt 23-12, and Grandview won it going away 82-66. Dordt led by Ashton Verbeek, a career-high 35 points in that one. Also pulled down 14 rebounds for the defenders and had 2 blocked shots in that loss. The defenders coming off a 15-11 season last year, and they return 2 starters and 8 players from a year ago, 3 all-conference players. Ashton Verbeek, an All-American who returns. She's leading the team in scoring at 19.5 points per game. Bailey Beckman had her season cut short last year due to a knee injury. She was an all-conference player. She's scoring 10 points per game. Carly Gustafson, also an all-conference player, and is averaging 7 points per game this season. Maya Shemileski, 13.5 points per game, came off the bench last year and moved into a starting role this year for head coach Bill Harmsen in his 4th season with the Defenders. We'll pause for the national anthem. Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University
and sponsored by Orange City Area Health System, with family medicine clinics and hospitals, Orange City and Paulina, and a walk-in clinic in Orange City. They offer the right care at the right place at the right time. Today's live stream broadcast is brought to you by American State Bank, proud supporter of Defender Athletics. American State Bank, member FDIC. Thanks for watching this Dordt Media Network Defender Athletics live stream broadcast, produced by the students of Dordt University.
You are listening to Defender Basketball on the Dordt Media Network. Matt, the SID, calling the action here at the DeWitt Gymnasium. Basketball doubleheader, a women's-men's doubleheader against Dakota State. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. First of all, for the visitors, Dakota State, the Trojans, and head coach David Moe coming in with a 3-1 record, ranked 13th in the preseason poll. All 5 starters are back from last year, and this is the starting lineup. In the backcourt, a 5'10 senior, Jesse Giles, returning All-American, and the leading scorer, averaging 23 points per game. Courtney Menning, 5'8 junior from Corsica, South Dakota. Savannah Walsdorf, a 6' junior from Kiel, Wisconsin. Lexi Robson, a 5'7 senior from Grand Forks, North Dakota. And Elsie Aslison, 6'1 senior from Howard, South Dakota. For the Dordt Defenders, earning votes in the initial poll, and head coach Bill Harmsen, in his 4th season with the Defenders, they come in with a 1-1 record. Starting lineup, Hayden Hymanson, a 5'8 freshman from Rock Rapids. Bailey Beckman, a 5'5 junior from Panora, Iowa. Maya Shemileski, a 5'7 senior from Mayer, Minnesota. Ashton Verbeek, a 6'2 junior from Sioux Center. And Carly Gustafson, a 5'11 junior from Ethan, South Dakota. These two teams, this will be the 47th matchup between these two teams in a rivalry that began in 1983. The Defenders are 17-7 all-time at home, and they lead the series 26-20 So very good at home against Dakota State last year. These two teams met in the season opener up in Madison, South Dakota, and the defenders lost 79-60 in that season opener. Dordt is 7-3 over the last 10 games against Dakota State. Jumping it up will be Elsie Asleson against Ashton Verbeek, and we are set to go. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. Thank you to Rich Lodewijk and the Dordt Media Network students for making this broadcast possible. The defenders win the jump. Entry pass down low to Gustafson. Gustafson, kick out pass intended for Shemileski, knocked away by Dakota State. Defenders will get it over in the deep corner. It will be a side inbounds pass. Bailey Beckman to trigger it in. Up top it goes to Hymanson. Hymanson directing traffic. Dakota State kind of in a trapping 2-3. Verbeek over to Shemileski. Hits Verbeek, cut into the lane, basket, go. Ashton Verbeek, good kick-out pass by Shemileski, and the defenders out to a 2-0 lead. Dordt will open up into a man-to-man defense. Lexi Robson, a 5'7" senior point guard, will get the Trojans in their offense. Up top it goes to Asleson. Asleson will set a perimeter screen, putting it on the floor is Robson. Pass stolen away by Shemileski. Shemileski layup, good. Shemileski puts the defenders up 4-0. Good start for head coach Bill Harmsen and his squad. Up 4-0 in the early going. Dakota State running a weave along the perimeter. Kick out pass to Asleson. Asleson gets it into the hands of Courtney Menning. Menning on the drive, puts it up in traffic. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bailey Beckman for the defenders. 3-on-2 break. Beckman at the elbow. Kicks it out to Verbeek. She'll pump fake. Puts it on the floor. Gets to the rim. Shot up no good. Battle for the rebound. It's taken away by Dakota State. Savannah Walsdorf with the rebound. Walsdorf wants to run. Gets it ahead to Menning. Inside, they'll give Asleson a touch in the post, working against Verbeek. Up top to Walsdorf. Walsdorf in the corner, nearly knocked away by Bailey Beckman. Dakota State still with the basketball with 10 seconds to shoot. Little hesitation dribble by Robson, trying to post up. Turnaround jumper over Shemileski, no good. Verbeek is there to clear the rebound, and Dordt looking to run. Shemileski into the front court, hands it off to Hymanson. Back to Shemileski, and the defenders will run a half-court set. Shemileski turns the corner, gets into the lane, kicks it up top to Beckman. Beckman, she'll put it on the floor, looks to penetrate. Beckman, little nifty footwork. She'll draw a foul, and Beckman will go to the free throw line. Believe that'll be in the act of shooting. And Bailey Beckman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First foul of the game, charged to either team. Dakota State's Courtney Menning whistled for that foul. And our first substitution, Ashlyn McDonald, a 5'9" senior from Hartford, South Dakota, in for the first time. Comes in for Lexi Robson. And Beckman will get 2 free throws. First one is no good. Beckman, 5 of 6 from the charity stripe in this young 2021 season. Second free throw for Beckman is good. She makes 1 of 2. It's 5-0 in favor of Dordt University. 5-0 is the score. Defenders will get back on defense. Gustafson picks up in the half court. Baseline drive by Dakota State. Basket is shot up no good by Walsdorf. In and out. And Dordt clears the rebound. Ahead to Beckman. Beckman on the wing. She'll dribble it to the top of the key. Beckman will reset the defender offense. Here's Verbeek along the perimeter. Thought about the 3, now gives it up to Beckman. Beckman at the top of the key. Dakota State in a man-to-man, and they're switching on all screens for the time being. Here's Gustafson. Her 3 is short. Offensive rebound, nope. Taken away by Courtney Menning. Menning with the rebound. Menning leading the break. Kicks it out to Giles. Giles, she traveled, no call, and misses the shot. The rebound taken away by Shemileski. Shemileski with the rebound. She still has it. Shemileski picks up her dribble, kicks it out. Here's a 3-pointer by Hymanson, knocks it down. Hayden Hymanson with the 3-pointer. 8-0 in favor of the defenders. Backdoor cut on the drive. Robson puts it up and in. Lexi Robson. Take that back. It was Savannah Walsdorf with the drive, and it's 8-2 in favor of Dordt University. A little half-court pressure by Dakota State. Gustafson into the post, spins, pump fakes, puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound, now throws it off of Dakota State, and it will belong to Dordt University. 6:30 left to go in the opening quarter. 8-2, defenders with the lead. And our first subs of the game for the defenders, Janie Skonoven, a 5'10 freshman, in for Ashton Verbeek. And Bailey Beckman sits. And we'll check who's in for her. Looks like it's Macy Nielsen, a 5'6 sophomore from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Gustafson turns and faces on the baseline. Pump fakes, get off the back of the iron, no good. And the rebound taken away by Walsdorf. Walsdorf, good feed down low to Lexi Robson, misses the jumper. And the rebound tipped out of bounds, last touch by Dordt. And Dakota State will retain possession. 6:12 left to go in the opening quarter, 8-2 in favor of Dordt. Pass tipped away by Gustafson. And another throw, out of bounds play coming for Dakota State. Up top it goes to Menning. Menning, this is Ashlyn McDonald. Back to Menning. McDonald puts it on the floor, looking to drive. Backdoor feed to Robson, puts it up and in. Lexi Robson cutting on the backdoor feed. McDonald with the assist. 8-4, the lead cut in half. Defenders facing half-court pressure. In the corner it goes to Macy Nielsen. Good feed down low to Janie Skonoven, who puts it up and in. Skonoven from the elbow, cut to the low block, puts it up and in. Nielsen with the assist. 10-4 in favor of the defenders. Courtney Menning with the basketball, skips it over the head, and a turnover. Looking to get it to Shaylee DeBeer, and a turnover by Dakota State. Verbeek checks back in for Gustafson. Verbeek, Beckman, Macy Nielsen, Liv Ritter, 5'7 freshman from T, South Dakota, along with Janie Skonoven, the 5 on the floor for the defenders. Beating the full court pressure is Beckman. Beckman picks up her dribble, gives it to Verbeek at the elbow. Verbeek back to Beckman. Beckman handling the point guard duties here with Hymanson on the bench. Skonoven to Verbeek. Verbeek gets it down low. Fadeaway jumper, got it. Ashton Verbeek with the turnaround jumper. She's got 4. 12-4 in favor of the defenders. Courtney Menning down low. Shot is no good by Giles, but will be bailed out by a foul against the defenders. Macy Nielsen with the foul, and Jessie Giles will go to the free throw line. She has not touched the basketball much in this opening 5 minutes or so, haven't called her name much, averaging 23 points per game, the returning first-team All-American. And the first free throw is up and good. 8 of 12 on the season from the free throw line for Jessie Giles, and she made the first one there. Second one on the way for Giles is good. Giles makes both. 12-6 halfway through this opening quarter. Now a little 2-2-1, three-quarters court press. Defenders break it. Bringing it up is Beckman, and she is bumped, and a foul. That's going to go against Shaylee DeBeer. And DeBeer whistled for her first foul, team foul number 2. And the defenders will throw it in at half court into Beckman. Beckman looking to drive left side, kicks it out to Nielsen. Nielsen, she'll put it on the floor. Looking to get it to Verbeek. Verbeek high post, dumps it down low to Skonoven. Shot short with the jumper. And the rebound taken down by Asleson. Asleson passes it ahead to Robson. Her layup is good. Robson goes coast to coast with it. 12-8 in favor of the defenders. Beckman will bring it up against pressure. Beckman beats it. Beckman now will set up the defender offense. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Dakota State now switched into a 2-3 zone. Verbeek turnaround jumper in the high post. Shot no good. Rebounded by Shaylee DeBeer for Dakota State. Dakota State wants to run. Giles, double team, gets it up top to Asleson. Asleson at the elbow. Up top it goes to Vincent. Vincent in the corner to DeBeer. Vincent gets it back up top, and Robson will reset Dakota State with 10 seconds to shoot. Robson will get a screen on the perimeter. Robson backs her way in, looking to get it to Giles, turns it over. Stolen away by the defenders. This is Liv Ritter with the steal and is fouled as she goes up with it. And the freshman Liv Ritter, 5'7 freshman from T, South Dakota, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Both of these teams will rotate players frequently. Back in is Courtney Menning and Savannah Walsdorf for Dakota State. Ritter at the free throw line to shoot 2. And off the back of the iron, no good. She'll get one more. Ritter, freshman from T, South Dakota. First free throw attempts of the season. She makes 1 of 2. 13-8 in favor of the defenders with 3:29 left to go in the opening quarter. Dakota State with a basketball. Down the lane, Asleson misses the jumper. And the rebound controlled by Verbeek. Verbeek will throw it up to Ritter, who takes it across the timeline. Dakota State back into a man-to-man. No, they're in a 1-2-2 zone. And Ritter looking to get it to Verbeek and overshot her a bit, turns it over. That is the first turnover against Dordt. Both teams protecting the basketball. 13-8 is the score with 3:07 left to go in the opening quarter. Thank you for joining us, Dordt Media Network. Here's Giles looking to turn the corner against Ritter. Picks up her dribble. Good backdoor find. Driving to the basket was Courtney Manning. Giles with the assist. 13-10. Dordt up by 3. Here's that 2-2-1 pressure again. Dordt has not turned it over against that. Now Dakota State will extend their zone defense here. Look to trap up top. They'll fall back into a 2-3. Skonoven in the high post. Puts up the floater. Shot no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it'll be defender basketball. And coming back in for the defenders, Carly Gustafson. Throwing it in will be Nielsen. Nielsen to trigger in. Gets it inbounded to Ritter. Ritter over to Beckman. Beckman working against the 2-3 zone. This is Hymanson. Nope, sorry. Nielsen with the 3. Shot no good. And the rebound controlled by Giles. Giles will take it across the timeline herself. Kicks it out to Robson. Robson over to McDonald. McDonald at the top of the key. Manning to Giles. She'll drive baseline, puts it up in traffic, and draws the foul. Could be either on Ashton Verbeek or Liv Ritter. They're going to give it to Verbeek, her first, team second. And Jessie Giles will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 2:02 left to go in the opening quarter. Back into the contest will be Hymanson and Shemileski. Faith Van Holland will see her first action as well for the defenders. Gustafson, Van Holland, Hymanson, Shemileski, and Bailey Beckman are the 5 on the floor for the defenders. Giles makes the first free throw. 3 for 3 from the charity stripe for the 5'10 senior from Madison, South Dakota. A local product for Dakota State. She's a good one. 23 points per game so far. Makes them both. She's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And Dakota State's getting a little more urgent with this 2-2-1 full court pressure, and they will force the turnover. They knocked it away, and then on the loose ball, officials will call a 10-second a 10-second call. Minute 50 left to go. Dakota State with the basketball, down by just 1, 13-12. Dakota State can take their first lead of the game. Here's Menning on the drive. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound, and she's hammered. Faith Van Holland with the personal foul against the defenders, and Dakota State will go to the free throw line. This will be Courtney Menning to shoot 2, and a chance to take their first lead. Free throw is short, no good. Minute 43 left to go in the opening quarter. Courtney Menning, second free throw. Good. And we're tied at 13. Tied at 13, quarter number 1. 2-2-1 full court pressure. Playing catch within the backcourt is Hymanson and Beckman. Defenders break the full court pressure. Shemileski gets it to Hymanson. Baseline jumper is good. Needed that. Hymanson with 5 points. And the defender lead is up to 2, 15-13. Dakota State looking to run, and traveling is going to be the call. Savannah Walsdorf took the extra step. Third turnover against Dakota State. Defenders force a turnover. Minute 20 left to go. Full court pressure. Gustafson will throw it in. Hymanson and Beckman will play catch with it in the backcourt. Here's Beckman. at the free throw line. Gets it to Gustafson. Back to Beckman. Beckman thought about the three. Now pulls the trigger. This one's long. Shemileski tracks down the rebound in the corner. Gets it to Gustafson. Gustafson on the baseline with position. Puts it up. Got it. Carly Gustafson with her first basket. Second chance points there for the defenders. 17-13. The defenders back in front by 4. Dakota State with the basketball. Menning gets it down low. Shot up and good by Dakota State. And it's 17-15. And in transition, Shemileski is fouled. Jesse Giles had the basket for Dakota State the other way. Shemileski will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Shemileski got behind the full court pressure, and Dakota State forced a foul that'll make her earn it from the charity stripe. That is the first foul on Ashlyn McDonald. Team's 4th. And Shemileski will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Shemileski with 3 points. She's 10 of 11 coming in to this contest from the free throw line. Very good free throw shooter. And the second one is good as well. 4 points for Shemileski, and now the defenders will show some full court pressure. Abby Postma, 5'11 sophomore, checking in for the first time for the defenders. Dakota State breaks the pressure. Get it into the corner to DeBeer. DeBeer with it up top. Swings it across to Morgan Huber. Huber kicks it out to Asleson, puts it on the floor. Her pass stolen away. Defenders force the turnover. This is Van Holland into the front court. Gets it to, Van Holland puts it up for 2. Van Holland with the steal, with the layup. Dakota State the other way. They'll try a 3. No, traveling is called. And the defenders will take a 21-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. Great little surge by the defenders over the final 90 seconds. Officials are talking about something, and they're going to say the quarter's over. I'm not sure what that discussion was about. 21-15 is the score at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. You are listening to Defender Basketball on the Dordt Media Network.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
And brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gymnasium. Start of the second quarter. Dordt University playing host Dakota State in a matchup of ranked teams. On the women's side, men's game to follow at 7:30 p.m. Dakota State will start with the basketball. Shot up no good. The rebound controlled by Ashton Verbeek for the defenders. Defenders close the quarter on an 8-2 run. Defenders with a 21-15 lead. Starting lineup out there for Coach Bill Harmsen's squad: Hymanson, Beckman, Shemileski, Verbeek, and Gustafson. Good feed down low. His shot is no good. Partially blocked from behind, it looked like. And the rebound taken down by Shaylee DeBeer. Her layup is no good. Offensive rebound is Asleson, and she puts it up and in. Elsie Asleson with the putback, 21-17. Pace of this one is definitely picked up, and a turnover by the defenders. Pass stolen away by Walsdorf. Walsdorf kicks it out. Here's a 3 by Dakota State. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. Dakota State has it. Here's a long 3 by DeBeer. No good. And Verbeek grabs the rebound for the defenders. Verbeek will bring it up herself. Gets it over to Hymanson. Hymanson setting up the defender offense. Hymanson on the drive, and her kick-out pass nearly stolen. Tracked down by Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman at the elbow. Kicks it out to Hymanson. Back to Beckman. Beckman on the perimeter with 5 seconds to shoot. Beckman leans in, shot no good, and the rebound controlled by Robson of Dakota State. Looking down court, good find. Morgan Huber lays it up and in. 21-19, defenders up by just 2 as Dakota State scores the first 4 points of the quarter. Now Shemileski has it knocked away. Last touch by Dakota State. And the ball will go to the defenders. Jessie Giles got her first breather for Dakota State. She checks back in for the Trojans. Throwing it in for the defenders underneath will be Shemileski. Shemileski gets it into Beckman. Up top to Hymanson. Hymanson over to Shemileski. Down low to Gustafson. Good pump fake, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, taken away by Dakota State. Everything done right, just didn't get the basket. Good move by Gustafson, who nearly came away with a steal. Here's Walsdorf with the basketball, skips it into the corner. 3 ball on the way, no good by Dakota State. And the rebound controlled by Hymanson. Hymanson with the rebound. Here's Verbeek, little hesitation dribble. Spins, shot up, no good, but draws a foul. Most likely on Savannah Walsdorf. And Ashton Verbeek will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. It is indeed Walsdorf whistled for that personal foul, her first. And team's first of the quarter. Fouls reset at the end of the quarter. Verbeek misses the first free throw. Verbeek with 4 points. Hayden Hymanson with 5. Shemileski also with 4. Defenders spreading the scoring out early on as Verbeek makes 1 of 2 free throws. 22-19. Defenders will send in a couple of subs. Skonoven in for Verbeek. Macy Nielsen will come in for Bailey Beckman. 22-19 is the score. 7:32 left to go in this first half. The defenders have never trailed. Scored the first 8 points of the game. Dakota State rallied to tie it at 13. Dordt went on a nice run to close the quarter, an 8-2 run. Shot is blocked by Gustafson, rebounded by Nielsen for the defenders. Nielsen leading the break, has it knocked away, but a reach-in foul. And it'll be a Dordt basketball underneath. Gustafson with the block shot. Foul is committed on the floor, a non-shooting situation. Asleason back in for Dakota State. Throwing it in will be Macy Nielsen. Nielsen to Hymanson. Hymanson to Nielsen. Nielsen looking in the corner to Shemileski. Up top to Skonoven, who puts it on the floor. Short jumper, got the roll. Janie Skonoven caught it in the high post, took a dribble. Short jumper is good. She's got 4. 24-19 in favor of the defenders. Dakota State with the basketball. They'll kick it up top to Vincent. Vincent to Giles. And Giles called for the carry. Jessie Giles. Ball got caught on her hip, and the turnover gives it back to Dordt. Here's that 2-2-1 full court pressure. Gustafson will help bring the ball up for the defenders. Into the front court, Nielsen to Hymanson. Nielsen looking inside to Skonoven, nothing there. Here's a 3 by Hymanson, too strong. And the rebound grab by Dakota State. Dakota State wants to run. Vincent pulled the rebound down. And a pass ahead to Giles, who puts it up and in. Dakota State with the basket in transition. 24-21 is the score. Shemileski down low to Gustafson. Can't convert. Battle for the rebound. Gustafson comes away with it. Puts it up. Good. Second effort play by Carly Gustafson. She's got 4. 28-21 with under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Giles on the baseline drive. Puts up the jumper. No good. Skonoven there for the rebound. Skonoven gives it up to Nielsen in the corner to Hymanson. Hymanson looks to turn the corner, nothing there. Kicks it over to Gustafson. Quick 3, too strong. And the rebound grabbed by Dakota State. Dakota State looking to run. Fast-paced game, both teams looking to run. This is Menning. Menning in the corner, and traveling is going to be the call. Angela Slattery, a 5'10 freshman, called for the travel. 26-21, Dordt with a 5-point lead. Ashton Verbeek back into the defender lineup. She'll throw it in. Bailey Beckman also back. Verbeek will take it across the 10-second line. Verbeek in for Gustafson, and Verbeek is called for the travel. Teams trade turnovers. 26-21, 5:22 left to go. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. 26-21, defenders with a 5-point lead halfway through quarter number 2. Robson with the basketball. Kicks it out. Here's a 3 by DeBeer. No good. Offensive rebound, S. Leeson. Her shot is blocked by Verbeek, who grabs the rebound. Ashton Verbeek with the block shot and rebound. Walking it up is Bailey Beckman. Beckman gets a screen from Verbeek. Beckman still with the basketball. Beckman gives it up to Ritter. Ritter to Beckman. Beckman on the baseline drive. Puts it up, no good. Verbeek, and now Skonoven grabs the rebound, and a jump ball is called. And alternate possession is going to favor Dakota State. Dakota State with possession. Savannah Walsdorf will check back in for the Trojans. Shaylee Nagel will come in as well. And, you know, I was thinking that Dakota State had the ball to start the quarter. Just didn't voice my opinion. It'll be defender basketball. That's the good news. Throwing it in will be Nielsen. Nielsen to trigger it in. Up top to Beckman. Working against the 2-3 zone, which Dakota State's been in the entire time. Post entry to Verbeek, who misses the short jumper. Rebound controlled by Nagel for Dakota State. Nagel passes it ahead to Robeson. Here's a 3 by S. Leeson. No good. Battle for the rebound. Skonoven and Nagel battle for it, and a jump ball is called. Alternate possession is going to favor Dakota State this time. Faith Van Holland will check back in for the defenders, coming in for Ashton Verbeek. 4:23 left to go in this first half. Defenders with a 5-point lead. Pass up top to Menning. Menning to Nagel. Nagel on the baseline drive is fouled by Liv Ritter. Her first, team's first. Neither team has been in the 1-and-1 so far in either quarter. Nagel gets the inbounds pass. Up top it goes to Walsdorf. Walsdorf looking inside, nothing there. Reverses it over to Nagel. Defenders, man-to-man defense. Menning with it, puts it on the floor, up top to Walsdorf. Walsdorf to Asleason. 3 seconds to shoot, and good possession there for the defenders on the defensive side as they force a turnover, a jump ball, and it'll be defender basketball with 4:01 left to go. The other team has scored for quite some time. Here's that 2-2-1 pressure. Beckman and Nielsen playing catch with it in the backcourt. Gets it into Skonoven. Now throws the lob and saw it too late. And the pass is stolen away by Dakota State. With the steal is Walsdorf. Walsdorf with it on the right side of the perimeter. Guarded by Skonoven. Gives it up top to Robeson to Asleason. Robeson gets a screen from Asleason. Nothing there. Up top to Asleason. Thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Here's Nagel. Nagel to Asleason. Asleason on the drive, and a foul before the shot. This will be against Janie Skonoven, her first, team's second. And Dakota State will throw it in with 3:21 left to go in the second quarter. Multiple subs for both teams. Gustafson and Verbeek come back in for the defenders. Hymanson also back in there, joining Nielsen. And also Liv Ritter. Dakota State, this is Nagel. Nagel kicks it out. Giles for 3, no good. Gustafson there for the rebound. Gustafson controls the rebound. Nielsen will bring it across for the defenders. Nielsen to Hymanson. Hymanson Gives Verbeek a touch. Up top to Gustafson. Fakes the three. Layup is no good. Partially blocked. Offensive rebound. Up and good by Ritter. Liv Ritter puts it up for two on the putback. 28-21. Defenders increase the lead to 7. And now a steal by the defenders. With the steal is Nielsen. Long pass ahead to Ritter. Her layup no good. Gustafson there for the rebound. And a quick jump ball call. This is going to go to Dakota State, I'm afraid. 28-21 with 2:37 left to go in this first half. High scoring first quarter, 21-15. Scoring has slowed dramatically here in quarter number 2. 28-21, the defenders up by 7 with 2:30 left to go. Giles with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by the defenders, and a reach-around foul committed by Hayden Hymanson. Her first, team's third of the quarter. And Dakota State will throw it in with 2:24 left to go. Throwing it in will be Robson. Lexi Robson to throw it in. Throws it up top to Giles, who puts it on the floor. Defenders have done a good job on Jesse Giles. There's a 3 try by Nagel, no good. Verbeek clears the rebound for the defenders. Hymanson across the timeline. Hymanson, high screen by Verbeek. Hymanson still with the basketball. And now they isolate Verbeek down low. Shot off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's taken away by Hymanson. And the defenders will get another look. Here's a quick 3 by Ritter, shot no good. And on the defensive board, it is Robson. Robson, she'll kick it out. Here's a 3 by McDonald, who knocks it down. First 3 of the game for Dakota State, 28-24 in favor of the defenders, who turn it over on their next possession. Giving the basketball back to Dakota State. Skonoven back in for the defenders. Faith Van Holland will check back in as well. Shemileski also out there along with Gustafson and Ritter. Minute 30 left to go in this first half. 28-24, Dordt with the lead, and now Dakota State returns the favor. They throw it away, and a turnover against the Trojans. Bailey Beckman will check back in for Ritter. That is the 10th turnover for Dakota State. The defenders have turned it over 7 times in this first half. Beckman, double team, brings it across the timeline. Still kind of in no man's land. Can't give up your dribble there. Down low to Skonoven. Good find to Gustafson, who lays it up and in. Gustafson cutting to the basket. Skonoven the assist. Gustafson with 6, 30-24 in favor of the defenders. 1 minute left to go. Dakota State with the basketball. Here's Robson. Robson, guarded by Van Hollen, puts it up and got the roll. Lexi Robson with 6, 30-26 in favor of Dordt. Full court pressure ahead to Skonoven. Cross court pass to Van Hollen. Puts up the shot, and it's swatted away by Walsdorf and goes out of bounds. It'll be defender basketball. 21 seconds to shoot. Got 40 seconds left in this first half. 30-26 in favor of the defenders. Van Hollen to trigger it in. Up top it goes to Beckman. 2-3 zone still by Dakota State. Here's Shemileski on the drive. Dumps it down low to Gustafson. Gustafson in the paint. Puts it up with the left hand. Can't get the roll. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up again. Still can't get it. Gustafson battling like crazy, but unable to control the rebound. And Dakota State will have it. On the drive is Shaylee DeBeer, who gets the basket to go, and they're going to count that. And Shaylee DeBeer will go to the line to try to complete the and one. No, take that back. They're going to call it on the floor. So it'll be on the floor. 17 seconds left to go in this first half. Shot clock is off. Throwing it in will be Robson. Robson to throw it in. Up top it goes to Vincent. Vincent to Walsdorf. Walsdorf used her dribble. Back to Vincent. Vincent. Walsdorf Walsdorf in the corner. Quick three by DeBeer, no good. Gustafson there for the rebound. Final seconds, and Dordt is just going to hold it. And the defenders will take a 4-point lead into the locker room. Our score, Dordt 30, Dakota State 26. After one half of play, we will take a break and come back and give you the first half highlights and some stats. You're listening to the Dordt Media Network.
Hello fans of Defender Sports, hope you're enjoying the game whether you're a friend or family member of a player or coach or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But going into each and every game, there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has, and that's a game plan. If these players and coaches are willing to put this much time into planning for a game, how much more important is putting together a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, but if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, we've been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things more important than finances, while being good stewards of the resources God has entrusted to their care. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media. Check out our podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or your favorite podcast app, or schedule a complimentary meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money.
Special thanks to the following Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast sponsors. Vision Realty. Whether you're looking to buy or want to sell, we would love to hear from you. Vision Realty. And brought to you by Furniture Mart. Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, window treatments at your local Furniture Mart, family owned and located downtown Sioux Center. And today's broadcast sponsored by Ployne Publishing. Quality printing from design to delivery.
And sponsored by Orange City Area Health System, offering safe, skilled, and essential services for every season of life, from fertility and birth care to family medicine, surgical services, and senior care. A lifetime of care starts at Orange City Area Health System. You're listening and watching the Dordt Media Network. Thank you to Rich Lodewijk and the Defender students who are running the cameras and out in the production truck to make this broadcast possible. This is Matt, the SID, calling the action here at the DeWitt Gymnasium, and thank you for joining us live on the Dordt Media Network. At the half, it is Dordt 30, Dakota State 26 in a matchup of ranked teams. Dakota State coming in ranked 13th in the NAI preseason poll. 3-1 record so far this season. Dordt receiving votes, and they come in with a 1-1 record and a first half, an entertaining first half. I'd like to recap the first half, and then we'll go into a few highlights. But first we'll do a recap. Dordt started out fast, scored the first 8 points of the game. Dakota State started to battle back, and they actually tied it at 13 with about a minute and a half left to go in the first half. But Dordt closed the half on an 8-2 run to open up a 21-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. The second quarter, scoring was slowed as relatively a high scoring first quarter, but then defense dominated play in that second quarter. Defenders led throughout, and they never led by more than 7, 28-21. But Dakota State closed on a mini run, a 5-2 run to close the half and to make it a 4-point game, 30-26. And if we can, we'd like to show some first half highlights here on an entertaining and fast-paced first half. Up and down action, teams putting in a lot of subs as well, and fast-paced action. Can we get those highlights, possibly? Here we go. Here's Dakota State in the high post. That's Jesse Giles with a nice little backdoor feed. Backdoor feed to Courtney Menning. And then Dakota State in transition. This kind of is how this game is played, up and down, fast-paced basketball. And then a nice block here. You'll see by the defenders, that's Carly Gustafson who swats it away. And then Dakota State, their only three-pointer of the first half, hit by Vincent. And then finally a Dordt highlight. Dordt with a nice assist by Janie Schoenhoven. A good find from the high to Carly Gustafson from the high post, cutting to the low post. And those are your first half highlights. 30-26 is our halftime score. We're going to take a break, and then we'll go over the first half stats and some of the numbers. You're listening to the Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University and sponsored by Sioux Center Health Therapy, partnering with Dordt University to provide quality care to all athletes. Sioux Center Health Therapy. And brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit us at wirelessworld.com.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
Thanks for watching this Dordt Media Network Defender Athletics live stream broadcast, produced by the students of Dordt University.
You're tuning in to the Dordt Media Network from the DeWitt Gymnasium basketball doubleheader on this Tuesday night. At the half, it is the Dordt women leading Dakota State 30-26. Let's go over the first half numbers. Shooting percentages even. Both teams shooting 33%. Dakota State 10 of 29 from the field, whereas Dordt is 12 of 36 from the field. Both teams have struggled from beyond the arc. Dakota State just 1 of 8 from the three-point line. Dordt 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. Both teams have made 5 free throws. Dordt 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. Dakota State 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. So right there you can tell this is a close game. The numbers almost identical. Rebounding totals as well. Dordt has a rebounding advantage by +2, 23-21. Doing a good job on the offensive glass. 9 offensive rebounds by the defenders. 6 for Dakota State. Turnovers, Dakota State with 10, Dordt with 7. Individually, let's take a look at Dakota State. They were led in the first half by Lexi Robson and Jessie Giles with 6 points each. 5 for Courtney Menning. 3 points off the bench for Mike and Vincent. 2 points for Elsie Asleason and Angela Slattery and Morgan Huber. The defenders led in the first half by Carly Gustafson with 6. 5 points each for Ashton Verbeek and Hayden Hymanson. 4 for Janie Schoenhoven and Maya Shemileski. 3 for Olivia Ritter, 2 for Riley Van Holzen, and 1 point for Bailey Beckman. As I said, Dordt out-rebounding Dakota State by a slight margin, 23-21, leading the way for Dakota State. 3 players have 3 rebounds each, Savannah Walsdorf, Lexi Robson, and Shaylee DeBeer. For Dordt, they're led in the first half in the rebounding department by Ashton Verbeek and Carly Gustafson, each with 6. Assists, Maya Shemileski with 2. 2 assists each for Robson and Ashlyn McDonald. And at the half, it is Dordt 30, Dakota State 26. Take another break. We'll come back with more of the halftime show. You're listening to the Dordt Media Network.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery. And by Vision Realty. Whether you're looking to buy or want to sell, we would love to hear from you. Vision Realty.
And brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today. Serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
The city's really reinvested a lot into outdoor space. We have very nice parks, new paths, new features along the bike path, new residential developments. They're just really nice places to move if you're a new family to town or to grow your family.
It's been great to find a community that feels like it has an energy and movement to it and feels like it's growing and doing well. And for us, we just feel like this is the place we want to be, where we want to call home.
Sioux Center, I just feel, has this momentum. They have wind in their sails. They have a unique group of leadership that's really a driving force here in town. And they're reinvesting into their community. They love their community. And you can see it's almost palpable, the energy that's in town.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gymnasium on the campus of Dordt University. You are tuning in to the Dordt Media Network. Matt, the SID. Halftime score of the women's contest, Dordt holding a 4-point lead over Dakota State. Stay tuned for the men's contest. Set to tip off around 7:30. It'll be the Dordt men also taking on Dakota State. Also tonight, the women's volleyball team will conclude their regular season on the road. Not that far down the road. It'll be in Sioux City against Briar Cliff. 7:30 start time for that. The JV playing right now at 6. Varsity at 7:30. Tune into that one. Mike Biker will have the call on MixLR. The link is on the Dordt website. You can follow that and tune in to the Dordt volleyball team as they wrap up the regular season. Let's go over the standings. Volleyball team, a lot to play for. I think they are in a 3-way tie for 5th place right now with an 8-7 league record. They are tied with Northwestern and Concordia. They split the regular season matches against Northwestern. They defeated Concordia in the lone contest there. All 3 of those teams are in action tonight, so depending on those outcomes, we'll have to wait and see, and I believe the GPAC will announce the pairings for the upcoming GPAC tournament later on tonight. Could be kind of late because there could be a lot of tiebreakers scenarios that come into play in that one. But 7:30 start time down in Sioux City. Dordt against Briar Cliff. Mike Biker on the call for that one. Second half will get underway here. Starting lineups, Dakota State will have Giles, Menning, Walsdorf, Robson, and Asleason. Dordt will counter with Hymanson, Beckman, Shemileski, Verbeek, and Gustafson. Those will be your starting lineups to start the second half. Dordt in front, 30-26. Later on this week, the Defender Cross Country teams will take part in the GPAC Championship. That'll take place in Orange City at Landsmere Golf Club. Believe the women's 5K is at 10:30. That's a question mark, but it is Saturday. I think it's 10:30 start time. It'll be Defender basketball as we start the second half, and the teams will trade sides of the floor. With it is Hymanson, the freshman point guard for Coach Bill Harmsen. Gets a high screen from Verbeek, now throws it to Verbeek. They'll isolate Gustafson down low, up with the left-hand shot, no good. Verbeek there is to tip it in. Ashton Verbeek with the tip in, she's got 7. And the Defender lead is 32-26. Dakota State leans in, shot no good. Gustafson with the rebound, and Dordt is off to the races. Hymanson will bring it across the 10-second line. Hymanson, and Dakota State now has switched it up defensively. They have gone to a man-to-man. They played primarily zone in that first half and a lot of pressing. And the backdoor feed, Hymanson can't thread the needle, and it's taken away by Dakota State. Turnover Defenders. With the steal is Walsdorf. Walsdorf gets it to Robson. She'll put it on the floor, picks up her dribble. Walsdorf on the drive. Layup is good. And we have a player shaken up, and it's a Defender player shaken up on that drive by Courtney Menning with 7. And that is Bailey Beckman shaken up on that. Beckman now is up. It will come out. Macy Nielsen will replace Bailey Beckman. Unsure of what happened there. 32-28. And Ashton Verbeek will throw it in. Here's that 2-2-1, 3/4 court pressure. And the Defenders haven't had a lot of problem with it. They haven't turned it over a lot. Offensively, it may have taken them out of, take you out of your rhythm a little bit. Here's Gustafson. They'll isolate her. Puts it up with the left hand. Shot no good, and we got a foul. Or is it just out of bounds? Nope, we got a foul. Foul on Carly Gustafson. Her first. Team's first. And it'll be Dakota State with the basketball. Just start of the third quarter. 32-28. Dordt with a 4-point lead. They have not trailed in this one. Dakota State with the basketball. It's the man-to-man by the Defenders. High post to Robson. She'll take it down the right side of the lane. Kicks it out to Walsdorf. Takes the 3, knocked away, and a near steal. Quick hands that time by Macy Nielsen, forcing the jump ball. Alternate possession favors Dakota State. Shaylee DeBeer will check in for Dakota State. DeBeer will check in. 5'9" junior from White, South Dakota. Dakota State, they went, probably 11 players deep in that first half. Dordt went 10. Dakota State with 3 seconds to shoot. They got to hurry. There's a shot by Robson, no good. Gustafson clears the rebound. And Dordt will have the basketball, up by 4. Hymanson into the front court. Shemileski at the top of the key. Over to Verbeek. A long 3 by Verbeek, no good. And the rebound tracked down by Robson. Robson will bring it up for the Trojans. Gets it into the hands of Giles. Giles, she's been pretty quiet. Her take is no good. Verbeek with the rebound, and she is fouled. Jesse Giles commits the personal foul. A little frustration foul for Jesse Giles, who's been held in check. 8 points only for Giles, averaging over 23 points per game. She's been defended well by Shemileski and others. And the full court pressure, nearly stolen by Dakota State. Dordt comes up with a loose ball, shot no good. Gustafson clears the rebound. Here's another 3 by Nielsen, shot no good. Gustafson again with the rebound, and Carly Gustafson. Great effort play by Carly Gustafson, gets the putback. Couple of offensive rebounds there. On the drive, putting it up and in is DeBeer. Shaylee DeBeer with a basket. And a timeout called by David Moe. David Moe will call a timeout with 7:10 left to go in the third quarter. Defenders up 34-30. Take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Dordt Media Network.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Orange City Area Health System and its sports medicine clinic. From serious athletes to weekend warriors, from youth sports to adult fitness fans, trust their team of doctors, orthopedists, and therapists to get you back in the game. And sponsored by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit us at wirelessworld.com. Today's live stream broadcast is brought to you by American State Bank, proud supporter of Defender Athletics. American State Bank, member FDIC.
That timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Defenders with the basketball after the Dakota State timeout. Defenders work the basketball into Verbeek, and we got a foul from behind on Ashlyn McDonald. That is her second, team second to the quarter with 6:47 left to go, and the defenders will throw it in. Macy Nielsen to trigger it in for the defenders. Gets it into Verbeek in the short corner. Verbeek pump fakes. Now we'll try a 15-footer and hits it. Ashton Verbeek with 9. 36-30 in favor of the defenders. Dakota State with the basketball. This is McDonald. High post it goes to DeBeer. Poked away from behind by the defenders. Out of bounds. And it will be a Dakota State basketball. Bailey Beckman will return for the defenders. Good to see her back in there. Liv Ritter and Janie Schoenhoven also will check in. Nielsen, Verbeek, and Hymanson check out. Dakota State basketball. Dordt up by 6, 36-30. And a 3 by Angela Slattery is good. Angela Slattery with the three-pointer cuts the lead in half, 36-33. Defenders with the basketball. Gustafson on the baseline. Spin dribble. Puts it up in traffic. Can't convert. Offensive rebound, Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven, high post pass. Shot up. No good by Shemileski. And the rebound controlled by DeBeer. DeBeer with the rebound. DeBeer hands it off to Robson, who takes it into the front court. Robson kicks it out. This is Courtney Menning. Menning shot up. Good. Courtney Menning with the jumper. She's got 9, and the lead down to 1, 36-35. Taking it across is Beckman. Beckman beats the full court pressure. Beckman down the lane, draws the foul, and Beckman will go to the free throw line most likely. Believe that was on the shot. It'll be the third team foul. Verbeek comes back in for Gustafson, and Bailey Beckman will go to the free throw line for 2 big free throws here. Beckman 1 for 2 today, has 1 point. Junior from Panora, Iowa. Free throw up, free throw good. Beckman was shaken up earlier in the quarter. Good to see her come back out on the floor for Coach Bill Harmsen's squad. And Beckman's second free throw is good as well. She's got 3 points. Savannah Walsdorf back in for Dakota State. 38-35 in favor of Dordt University. Halfway through this third quarter. Got a long way to go in this one. Robson will take it across the timeline. This is Menning. Courtney Menning. And she took the extra step. Drove down the lane, tried to pivot, slid the pivot foot. And a turnover gives it back to Dordt. Schoenhoven will trigger in. Schoenhoven, Verbeek, Beckman, Shemileski, and Van Holland are the 5 on the floor. Shemileski will take it across the timeline. Dakota State looking to trap as you take it across half court. Schoenhoven, good skip to Beckman. Beckman puts it on the floor, cut off nicely. Here's that zone defense by Dakota State. They're looking to trap, and Verbeek throws it away. Pass stolen away by Walsdorf. They have really picked up their defensive intensity, looking to trap at all times. Defenders got to keep the ball movement, stay ahead of the trap. 3 ball from Vincent in the corner is good. Vincent with her second 3, and we're tied at 38. Tied at 38. Verbeek takes it across the 10-second line. Shemileski with it. Shemileski. High poster goes to Verbeek. Her 15-footer is good. Ashton Verbeek in double figures with 11. Dordt answers with a bucket. They're back in front, 40-38. Dakota State with a basketball. This is Vincent with it. Vincent up top to Walsdorf. Walsdorf to Menning. Menning into the lane, nowhere to go. Here's the kick out pass to Slattery. Her 3 off the mark. And the rebound tracked down by Verbeek. Verbeek approaching double-double numbers once again. That would be her second straight double-double. Verbeek hands it off to Beckman. Beckman will set up the defender offense. Dordt with a 2-point lead in the basketball. Beckman, top of the key, gets it inside to Verbeek. Now to Skonoven. And that 3 is off the mark, no good for the defenders. Rebounded by Dakota State. Walsdorf with the rebound, still with it. Doesn't want to challenge Verbeek. Now on the back cut, defenders knock it away. Knocked away by Bailey Beckman. It will stay with Dakota State. Back in is Jesse Giles and Elsie Asleson for Dakota State. Gustafson comes in. She'll replace Liv Ritter for the defenders. 40-38, 3:38 left to go in this third quarter. Pass knocked away, and it'll stay with Dakota State. Dakota State will throw it in on the side with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter. Teams playing pretty even in this third quarter. Dordt led by 4 at the half. It's down to 2. Here's Giles with the basketball. Gives it up. A 3 by Walsdorf, no good. Offensive rebound by Asleson, and she traveled with it. You bet she did. Asleson had the offensive rebound, and then on the move, traveled with the basketball. 3:26 and counting in the third quarter. Full court pressure. Verbeek to throw it in. Aggressive trap now. Right on the inbounds pass. Dordt's going to let it go out of bounds. Verbeek will throw it in. And a timeout called by the defenders. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by head coach Bill Harmsen. 3:21 left to go in the third quarter. 40-38. Defenders with a 2-point lead. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to the Dordt Media Network.
Today's live stream broadcast is brought to you by American State Bank, proud supporter of Defender Athletics. American State Bank, member FDIC.
And also sponsored by Cruz and Cruz PC, public certified accountants at 722-3375, with offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's, helping you attain your financial goals. It's their commitment. And brought to you by Wireless World, your local Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit us at wirelessworld.com.
That timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Coach Bill Harmsen will use a timeout, get things organized. Dakota State switched up their pressure, kind of switched to a 1-2-2 or a 1-2-1-1, if you will. Defenders break the pressure. Good look by Bailey Beckman, just doesn't fall. Defenders with a 2-point lead. Dakota State can take the lead here with a 3. Asleson misses the 3. And the offensive rebound grabbed by Robson. She's fouled from behind before the shot. And Dakota State will throw it in from underneath the basket. Head coach David Moe wanted that on the shot, I believe. Giving Royce Raniger an earful. Inbounds pass goes to Walsdorf. Here's the drive by Robson. Kicks it out to Giles. Giles in the corner to Vincent. She's cut off. Up top to Asleson. Asleson to Giles. Here's a 3 by Vincent. She's got 2. Make it 3. Vincent with her third 3-pointer and the first lead for Dakota State, up 41-40. The defenders will try to answer with 2:26 left to go in the third. Verbeek at the elbow. 15-footer, got the roll. Ashton Verbeek with the jumper. She's got 13 to lead the defenders, and Dordt back in front by one, 42-41. That's DeBeer. DeBeer on the drive, now gets it up to Giles on the drive, and Giles puts it up and in. Giles in double figures, a quiet 10 points for Giles, 43-42. The defenders break the full court pressure, and a foul by Elsie Asleason. And the defenders will go to the free throw line. Faith Van Hollen to shoot 2 shots. Defenders broke the pressure and got the easy look in transition. And Faith Van Hollen will have to earn them from the free throw line. Asleason, that's just her first foul, 4th team foul of the quarter. And Van Hollen misses the first free throw. Second one on the way. Verbeek is going to get another break. Janie Skonoven back in for her. And the free throw by Van Hollen is good, and we are tied at 43. Van Hollen out. Shemileski back in. Tied at 43, under 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Asleason on the drive against Gustafson. Count the basket and an and one. Elsie Asleason with the basket. She'll go to the free throw line for the and one opportunity. Foul against Carly Gustafson. Gustafson whistled for her second. And Asleason makes the free throw. 46-43, largest lead of the night for Dakota State. Ashton Verbeek will come in for Gustafson. 46-43. And a turnover. Dakota State with the steal with their full court pressure. Jumper by Menning, no good. And Verbeek will be called for the foul. Yeah. Oh, they're going to give it to Skonoven rather. I saw Verbeek go after the rebound and get it. I didn't think she did anything wrong. They got Skonoven for something. That is her second. Team's 4th. Next foul and on either team will put the other team in the bonus. Up top it goes to Giles. Giles against Shemileski. Leans in. Good defense by Shemileski. Somehow gets it over to Menning. Menning skips it to DeBeer. DeBeer tripped up. Stolen away by Shemileski. Shemileski, a 3-on-1 break. Shemileski keeps it herself. Shot is no good. Battle for the rebound. Skonoven puts it up and in. Janie Skonoven with the putback. It's a 1-point Dakota State lead, 46-45. Trojans with the basketball. Asleason gives it up to DeBeer. DeBeer kicks it out to Menning. Menning to Asleason. Her drive puts it up and in. Elsie Asleason with 7. Back to a 3-point Dakota State lead, 48-45. Verbeek will take it across the 10-second line. Verbeek over in the corner. Dordt on the baseline drive. Tried to get it to the high post. Pass stolen away by Giles. Giles with one player to beat. A lot of contact, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Maya Shemileski. Shemileski whistled for the personal foul, her first, and Jessie Giles will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. 34 seconds left to go. Dakota State will throw in some subs here. Shaylee Nagel, seen her first action of the second half. Giles' first free throw is up and good. Giles with 11 points. If she makes this one, she will check out, get a little bit of an extra rest. Giles makes them both. She will come out, and Lily Mackley will check in for Giles. Dakota State with its largest lead, 50-45. 30 seconds left to go. Defenders beat the full court pressure. Nielsen gets it to Shemileski. Shemileski. Up top it goes to Nielsen. Nielsen's pass stolen away. Long pass ahead to Robson. Layup is no good. And stepping on the end line was Lily Mackley. So the defenders avoid further damage there. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Full court pressure. Pressure starting to get to Dordt a little bit. Verbeek is tripped up from behind. Lost the handle, goes out of bounds off of Dakota State with 6.9 seconds left to go. Things are getting quite hectic, physical. Right now that's favoring Dakota State in my estimation. Final seconds, 3 ball by the defenders is blocked, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. Our score, Dakota State 50, Dordt 45. We'll take a break. Be back with the fourth quarter. You're listening to Defender Basketball on the Dordt Media Network. Thank you for joining us on the Dordt Media Network. We go into the fourth quarter of this women's contest. Dordt now trailing Dakota State, matchup of ranked teams, 50-45. Tied at 43. Dakota State closed on a 7-2 run. They have their largest lead of the game, 50-45. On the floor, Gustafson, Beckman, Shemileski, along with Hymanson. And that is Faith Van Holland, and she gets the basketball in the high post and draws the foul. And Van Holland will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Dakota State will counter with Vincent, Giles, Robson, Mackley, and Shaylee Nagel. First free throw by Van Holland was no good. Second one on the way for the 5'8 sophomore. That one is too strong as well, and the rebound by Asleason. Asleason with the rebound. Dakota State can build on their 5-point lead. Down low, Nagel, backdoor cut. Nagel's basket is good. Nagel, her first 2 of the contest. There's Van Hollen, kicks it out to Shemileski. Baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, Gustafson, got it. Carly Gustafson has been very active on the offensive glass, gets the putback to go. She's in double figures with 10. Now a loose ball, defenders force a turnover. Defenders with no numbers. A short jumper by Beckman, and she hits it. Bailey Beckman with her first field goal of the game. And the defenders within 3, 52-49. Get a stop here, and you have a chance to tie it. Down low to Giles, and a foul on the floor against the defenders. Foul will be against Bailey Beckman. That is her first foul. Verbeek back in for Van Holland. 8:55 left to go in regulation in this one. It's a 3-point Dakota State lead, and they have the basketball. And the inbounds pass goes to Giles, who puts it up and in. Jesse Giles broke free on the backside of that out-of-bounds play. Shemileski with it into the front court. She's tripped up, and a foul on Nagel for Dakota State. It's a 5-point Dakota State lead, 54-49. Back into the contest for Dakota State will be Courtney Menning. Menning will check in for Mackley. Defenders with a basketball in need of a basket. Hymanson up top, working against that zone. A lot of pressure up top, looking to trap. High post goes to Verbeek. Turnaround jumper is good. Verbeek with the basket. She's got 15 points and a steal by Shemileski. 2-on-2 break. Shemileski looking to get it inside, and she has it stolen. Dakota State now with the steal. That's Menning with the basketball. Menning to Robson. Her shot blocked by Verbeek, who grabs the rebound. 54-51 in favor of Dakota State. Defenders can tie it with a 3. Defenders just 1 of 10 from beyond the arc, though. On the drive, that's Hymanson, and a foul up top. That is the 3rd team foul against Dakota State. Nielsen comes back in for the defenders. She'll come in for Bailey Beckman. And Vincent back in for Dakota State. Dordt will throw it in. They throw it in long. Up top it goes to Hymanson. High post Gustafson. Gustafson down the lane. Maybe traveled, got away with it, kicks it out. Here's a 3 by Nielsen. Shot no good. Gustafson battling for the rebound. Gets it up top to Verbeek. Verbeek on the drive. Puts it up. A lot of contact. Good grief. That's a lot of contact and no call. And now we finally get a foul, a whistle. Foul charge to Vincent. Her 2nd, team's 4th. And Dordt on the next foul by Dakota State will be in the bonus. That's the good news with 7:35 to go. Verbeek gets the inbounds pass. They'll clear out. Verbeek spin dribble, puts it up, got it. Ashton Verbeek for 2 more. 17 for Verbeek. It's a 1-point Dakota State lead. Trojans have the basketball. Up top it goes to Asleason. Asleason kicks it out. Robson puts it on the floor. Here's Giles. Giles guarded by Shemileski. Down the lane, pass stolen away by the defenders. What a steal by Hymanson. Hymanson with 1 player to beat, and she is taken out. Hymanson on a hard foul by Dakota State. Will go to the free throw line with a chance to give her team the lead. Hymanson with the steal, and now will shoot 2 free throws. Possibly more importantly, Dordt now will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Hayden Hymanson with 5 points. First trip to the free throw line. First free throw is good. First points of the second half for the freshman guard from Rock Rapids, Iowa. Outstanding prep career at Central Lyon High School. All-state player. And Hymanson makes both free throws. She's got 7. She will check out. Bailey Beckman and Liv Ritter will check in for Shemileski and Hymanson. Defenders back in front, 55-54, with 7 minutes left to go in regulation. DeBeer with the basketball. DeBeer gives it up to Walsdorf. Walsdorf back over to DeBeer. Out of Walsdorf with 14 seconds. Walsdorf picks up her dribble, gets it to Giles. Giles on the drive, lays it up and in. Jessie Giles with the basket. She's got 16 points to lead Dakota State. Dakota State back in front by 1, 56-55. Defenders beat the full court pressure. Verbeek posting up Asleason. Turnaround jumper, no good. Skonoven with the rebound, puts it up and in. Janie Skonoven with the putback. Dordt back in front by 1, 57-56. Asleason with a long 3, puts it up and in. And a timeout called by Dakota State's David Moe. Asleason with a long 3, top of the key. Dakota State up 59-57. And a timeout called by Dakota State. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. We'll be back after a short break. You're tuning in to the Dordt Media Network at the DeWitt Gymnasium. Dakota State and Dordt playing a women's-men's basketball doubleheader. 6:13 left to go in the women's contest. It is Dakota State 59, Dordt 57. Good ball game. It's been close throughout. Verbeek will bring it across the timeline for the defenders. Verbeek gets it at the high post, kicks it out. Here's a 3. Good. Three-pointer for the defenders. That was Macy Nielsen with the three, and a turnover traveling against Dakota State. And the defenders back in front, 60-59. What a find by Verbeek, and the freshman Macy Nielsen from Sioux Falls knocks it down. That is just the second three-pointer of the game for the defenders. And the defenders, good feed down low. Beckman finds Skonoven, who lays it up and in. Skonoven in double figures, and the lead is 3 for Dordt, 62-59. Giles on the drive against Verbeek, shot up, no good. Here come the defenders. Beckman, they have numbers. Giles still down on the defensive end. Three ball by the defenders, too strong. Verbeek with the rebound, and Skonoven will get it, and Dordt's going to slow it up, get a set. Here's Verbeek at the free throw line, guarded by Asleason. Verbeek with the basketball, leans in, puts it up, shot no good. Skonoven there for the rebound, yes! Janie Skonoven on another putback, and the defenders in front by 5, 64-59. Skonoven in double figures with 12. Asleason with the basketball, gets it over to Giles. Under 5 minutes to go. Defenders, can they get another stop? Giles hands it off to McDonald. Misses everything on the three, and Skonoven lets it go out of bounds. And Dordt will have the basketball up 5, 64-59. Defenders not shooting it great, 39%, but doing a great job on the glass. 42 rebounds, 20 on the offensive end, and that is what has been the difference so far. Under 5 to go, defenders with the basketball up by 5. Beckman will bring it across the 10-second line. Dakota State looking to double team. As she crosses half court, she wisely gets rid of it. Over to Nielsen. Gustafson over to Beckman. Thought about the three. Beckman on the drive. Puts it up off the glass. Too strong. And the rebound grab by Walsdorf. Walsdorf for Dakota State will take it across. Walsdorf still with it. In the corner it goes. Here's the three by DeBeer. Misses it. And the rebound controlled by Shemileski. Dordt with a transition opportunity. And that is Nielsen who lays it up. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Three try by the defenders. No good. Battle for the rebound. Bodies are hitting the floor. It'll be Dakota State basketball under 4 minutes to go. Into the corner it goes to Robson. Robson kicks it up top to Walsdorf. Walsdorf to Menning. Menning picks up her dribble to Walsdorf. Her three is good. Savannah Walsdorf with the three-pointer. Chops the lead down to 2, 64-62. Defenders will bring it up slowly against the pressure. Bailey Beckman beats the double team. She's being hounded by Menning. Dakota State sets up into a 2-3 zone and extended. Lots of ball pressure on the point with that 2-3 zone. Left side it goes to Nielsen. Nielsen over to Beckman. Beckman in a foul against Dakota State. Dakota State bails out the defenders there. And Bailey Beckman will go to the line to shoot a double bonus. It's going to allow Ashton Verbeek to check back in. Verbeek into the defender lineup. Bailey Beckman at the line to shoot 2. That is the second foul against Lexi Robeson. Bailey Beckman, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Here's 2 big ones. And she makes the first. Beckman, 5'5" junior from Panora, Iowa, returning all-conference player for Coach Bill Harmson's squad. Another free throw for Beckman, make it a 2-possession game, and she does. So Beckman hits both free throws. She'll check out. Hayden Hymanson will check in. Defenders in front by 4, 66-62, just over 3 minutes left to go. Dakota State with the basketball. This is Robeson. Robeson to DeBeer. DeBeer, layup, good. Shaylee DeBeer with the basket. And it is down to a 1-possession game, 66-64. Under 3 minutes to go. Shemileski dumps it off. Right side it goes to Hymanson. Hymanson to Gustafson. Gustafson, layup, good. Carly Gustafson with the left hand puts it up and in. She's got 12, 68-64 in favor of the defenders. Can they get a stop? High post it goes. McDonald dumps it down low. Courtney Menning with the basket. Menning in double figures with 11, 68-66 in favor of the defenders. 2:22 left to go. Defenders break the pressure. Verbeek, jumper, got it. Ashton Verbeek with that jumper from about 12 feet away. It's been money. 19 points for Ashton Verbeek. Timeout Defenders, 70-66 is the score. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. You are tuning in to the Defender basketball on the Dordt Media Network. 2:16 left to go. Defenders up by 4, 70-66. It'll be Dakota State basketball after the timeout called by Coach Bill Harmsen. Stay tuned for the men's contest against Dakota State. Scheduled for a 7:30 tip-off time. This one goes extra time. It might be a little bit later. Also, the Defender volleyball team in action tonight down in Sioux City at Briar Cliff in the GPAC regular season finale for the Defenders. That can be heard on MixLR. The great Mike Biker on the call for that one. Here we go, Dakota State with the basketball. Down the lane, that's DeBeer. DeBeer kicks it up top to McDonald. 2 minutes on the nose. Defenders up by 4. Here's a short jumper by Courtney Menning. It's good. Courtney Menning on the baseline jumper. It's a one-possession game. Dordt up 70-68. And against the pressure, Dordt turns it over, and Dakota State has a chance to tie or take the lead. The Defender defense has got to come up with a stop. Giles with the basketball, looking for room to drive, gives it up to Menning. Menning picks up her dribble, and pass stolen away, loose ball. And we have a timeout called by the Defenders. That was Shemileski, I believe, who got the steal. Was it a timeout or a personal foul? It's a foul. Foul's going to be called against Vincent. That's her third. Dakota State over the limit. And going to the free throw line is Maya Shemileski to shoot 2. Skonoven comes in for Verbeek. Shemileski 2 for 2 from the free throw line. One of the Defenders' best free throw shooters statistically. And she calmly hits the first. She's got 5 points, makes it a 3-point Defender lead, 71-68. Second free throw for Shemileski is also good. 2 big free throws by Shemileski. 72-68 with 90 seconds left to go in regulation. Little 1-4 high entry. This is Vincent, and we got a foul away from the ball. Shemileski will be whistled for the foul, a holding call, if you will. Trying to keep Jessie Giles away from the basket. Her third, team second of the quarter. 1:24 left to go. Inbounds pass goes to Menning. Menning up top to Robson. Robson cut off, kicks it out. And here's a 3 try by Vincent. Misses everything. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dakota State. And it'll be Defender basketball. And Verbeek will check in for Skonoven. Here comes the full court pressure. Got to take care of the basketball. Make your free throws here. Gustafson will trigger in. She cannot run baseline. Verbeek, Shemileski standing at half court. Here's the full court pressure. And Gustafson has it. Cross court. And the Defenders beat the pressure. Bailey Beckman in the corner to Shemileski. It's a kind of a fine line, patience versus aggressiveness. You have the open layup, of course you take it. Defenders are going to work a little clock here. Verbeek with the basketball with 10 seconds to shoot, and a reach-in foul against Lexi Robeson. It's going to put Ashton Verbeek at the free throw line with 54 seconds left to go. Verbeek 1 for 2 from the free throw line, has 19 points. And the free throw is up and good. Make it 20 for Ashton Verbeek. This can make it a full 2-possession game. Second free throw is short. And the rebound controlled by McDonald of Dakota State. And Coach David Moe is going to call a timeout and advance the basketball with 51 seconds remain. 73-68. Defenders up by 5 with 51 seconds left. And again, this timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at Casey's Bakery. DortMediaNetwork.com. Taking a look at some of the stats during this timeout a little bit here. Dordt shooting 39%. Dakota State 45%. Dakota State has had more success from beyond the arc, 6 of 19 for 32%. Dordt 2 of 14 from beyond the arc, just 14%, but none bigger than a big three by Macy Nielsen on the left side. That gave the defenders the lead, and they have led ever since. One of your stats of the game, Dordt out rebounding Dakota State 45-32, including 21 on the offensive glass. On the floor for the defenders, Janie Skonoven, Carly Gustafson, Bailey Beckman, Maya Shemileski, and Hayden Hymanson. Dakota State will get the basketball in their front court. And they will have to score in a hurry, down by 5. With the basketball is Robson. Here's a three by Giles. Off the mark, no good. The rebound grab by Vincent. And she stepped on the end line, but now the officials are going to confer. What are they going to talk about? No, it looks like the play. Not sure what that discussion was about. It'll be defender basketball. Verbeek in for Skonoven, offense for defense. And Gustafson will inbound it to Bailey Beckman, who's immediately double teamed and now is fouled on the bump by Courtney Menning. Bailey Beckman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. Beckman 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Skonoven in for Verbeek. 2 big free throws here. You're up by 5 with 36 seconds left to go. And Bailey Beckman, free throw up, free throw good. Beckman now 6 of 7 from the free throw line in this one. This one can put the defenders up by 7. And it's too strong. And the rebound grabbed by Dakota State, and Coach David Moe will once again use a timeout and advance the basketball to his front court. 74-68 is the score in favor of the defenders. The defenders hold on and get the win. It'll be a nice win over 13th ranked Dakota State, a team that has everybody back from a squad that made it to the national quarterfinals. Actually, a round further to the final 8. Now that is the quarterfinals, duh, my bad. But yeah, to the round of 8, they were defeated by Thomas More, who was the eventual national champion. So an experienced squad, a very talented squad, Dakota State, a team that has played 2 GPAC teams already, defeated Briar Cliff by 2 in the season opener, and then won big against Mount Marty. Their only loss to number 19 Clark, but the defenders up by 6 over 13th ranked Dakota State, 74-68. 35 seconds left. Dakota State will have the basketball in their front court. Should mention that this timeout is brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. On the floor for the defenders, it'll be Skonoven and Gustafson, along with the guards, Bailey Beckman, Maya Shemileski, and Hayden Hymanson. Throwing it in will be Lexi Robeson for Dakota State. And she'll throw it into Vincent. Robeson gets it back. 3-ball good. 74-71. That cuts the lead in half right there. And Coach Bill Harmsen now will use a timeout, and he will advance the basketball. This will allow Ashton Verbeek to check back in as well. So a 3-pointer by Lexi Robeson, the senior from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Cuts the lead in half, 74-61. Defenders will have the basketball in their front court now with 31 seconds left. Good replay there, captured by the Dordt Media Network crew. Thank you for that replay. You got a good look at that 3-pointer by Lexi Robeson. It'll be defender basketball in their front court. Dakota State has 1 timeout left. They are over the limit. Dordt shooting 2 shots the rest of the way. Dordt has 2 timeouts left and has committed only 2 fouls in this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dakota State, Vincent, Asleason, Menning, Giles, and it looks like it is going to be Lexi Robeson. Defenders most likely will counter with Hymanson, Beckman, Shemileski, Verbeek, and Gustafson. That's who's been out there on the offensive side of things. Defenders will get the basketball in their front court. Gustafson to throw it in front of their bench. She'll be face guarded by Asleason. Asleason, a 6'1 senior, a lot of length there. Gustafson has got to see over, gets it into Verbeek, and an immediate foul by Vincent. And Ashton Verbeek will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Only used up 1 second of time. So Ashton Verbeek, 20 points tonight. 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe. First free throw is up and good. 4-point defender lead, 75-61. 76-71, Skonoven back in for Verbeek. Misspoke, it's 76-71, a 5-point Dordt lead as Verbeek makes 2 big free throws. Dakota State has to go the full length of the floor. Robeson with it. Uses her dribble, hanging out at the top of the key. Now looks to penetrate. Quick 3 by Asleason. Shot no good. Skonoven with the rebound. And a foul committed by Dakota State. And Janie Skonoven will go to the line to shoot 2. Skonoven in double figures with 12 points tonight. Come up big in the second half. Skonoven with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. First free throw on the way for Janie Skonoven is up and good. Skonoven, a freshman from Hospers, Iowa. Led Unity Christian to the state championship last year as a senior, and Skonoven makes both free throws. 2 big free throws by the freshman Janie Skonoven, 78-71. 7-point Dordt defender lead with 19 seconds left to go. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. We'll take a break and come back with the final 19 seconds. You're listening to the Dordt Media Network. You are watching the Dordt Media Network. We're at the DeWitt Gymnasium. Matt, the SID, calling the action at the DeWitt tonight. 18.9 seconds left to go, and the Dordt Defender women's basketball team leading 13th ranked Dakota State 78-71. It'll be Dakota State basketball in their front court. Dakota State out of timeouts now. If you're the Defenders, thinking out loud here, but I think if you stop them here, you're 1 stop away from victory. Don't give up a 3, don't foul. Dakota State inbounds it. Here's Giles on a baseline drive. Dakota State using some clock. Giles puts it up, tough shot, got it to go. And now a timeout called by the Defenders, and they will advance the basketball with 10.4 seconds remaining. Giles with that basket, a little leaner. 16 points for the senior from Madison, South Dakota. Makes it a 78-73 ball game, a 5-point Dordt lead. 10.4 seconds left to go. Dakota State over the limit. They foul, and it'll put Dordt at the line to shoot 2, and Dort's done a nice job making free throws, especially down the stretch. Dordt 20 of 28 from the charity stripe. Most of that's come in this fourth quarter. So Dordt will have the basketball in their front court with 10.4 seconds remaining, up by 5, 78-73. You got to expect Dakota State. They don't get a steal, an immediate foul. Dakota State out of timeouts. So they cannot advance the basketball. They'll have to use some clock to advance the basketball. Gustafson to trigger it in for the defenders. Again, that's Leeson guarding the inbounds path. They get it into Verbeek, and Verbeek fouled by Vincent. And Ashton Verbeek with 2 more free throw attempts coming with 8.8 seconds left to go. 78-73 is our score. And Verbeek will shoot him here. Ashlyn McDonald comes into the contest. And Verbeek, first free throw is good, 79-73. And Verbeek can pretty much clinch it here with a make. Becomes a 3-possession game on the next make, and does. No foul, and you got the victory. 80-73, clock runs. Dakota State can't stop the clock. There's a 3, partially blocked by the defenders. Verbeek with the rebound, and Dordt comes away with a big win in their home opener. An 80-73 win over 13th ranked Dakota State. The defenders improved to 2-1 this season. Dakota State, their second loss, they fall to 3-2. We'll talk about it after a short break. You're listening and watching the Dordt Media Network.
Is there anybody that thinks we can hit on them? No. Yeah. Here we go, Patrick! Swing like you mean it! 3, 1, 2, 3! Go University Athletics! I want a do-over!
At the SID for the Dordt Media Network, and the Dordt Defender women's basketball team with a big win, 80-73 over number 13 Dakota State. Dordt improves to 2-1 on the season. Dakota State falls to 3-2. The defenders with a good win. Wow. Over a very good and experienced, a veteran Dakota State team that had a lot of success last year. But the defenders come away with that 7-point win. It was not easy by any stretch. Dordt got out to a fast start, led 8-0, and led 21-15 at the end of the first quarter. By halftime, it was a 4-point game, 30-26. Defenders had the lead, but the third quarter brought a change. Dakota State took its first lead of the contest, 41-40, and they led by 5 at the end of the third quarter and had a good bit of momentum as they went into that fourth quarter, 50-45. The defenders, however, fought back. They were unable to take the lead up until a big three-pointer by freshman Macy Nielsen that put the defenders in front for good, 60-59, and some clutch free throw shooting down the stretch, and the defenders get the 7-point win. Let's take a look at some of the second half highlights, if you will, courtesy of the Dordt Media Network. You're going to see defenders with the basketball. It's Ashton Verbeek who led the defenders. Short jumper there. Verbeek with a game-high 24 points. And then Dakota State, give them credit. They got hot from beyond the arc. There was one of several threes. Dordt continued to battle. Good jumper there by Bailey Beckman. Had her only field goal in that second half. But yet another three as Dakota State continued to fire. That was Elsie Asleason with a long three late in that fourth quarter. And then another three-pointer down the stretch by Lexi Robeson. in the fourth quarter, and Dakota State continued to lead. And then here's the clutch shot of the game as freshman Macy Nielsen, a three-pointer from the wing, and that put the defenders in front for good, 60-59. And they go on to win with a 7-point win, 80-73. Let's take a look at the final numbers. Dakota State shot 45% for the game compared to 39% for Dordt. Dakota State, 7 of 23 from beyond the arc for 30%. Dordt, 2 of 14 for 14%. Dordt had a big edge at the free throw line, 22 of 30 for 73%. Dakota State shot it well from the line, but just didn't get to the line. They were 8 of 9 from the charity stripe. In terms of team stats, a big advantage for the defenders as well on the glass. They out-rebounded Dakota State 48-33, including 21 offensive rebounds. We'll talk about some of the individuals that sparked that in a minute. Turnovers, 18 turnovers for Dakota State and 14 for the defenders. Let's take a look at the individuals. Dordt was led in scoring tonight by Ashton Verbeek, who had 24 points, 9 of 16 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line for 24. 14 points off the bench for Janie Skonoven, 12 points for Carly Gustafson, 8 for Bailey Beckman, 6 for Maya Shimoleski, 7 for Hayden Hymanson, 3 each for Macy Nielsen and Olivia Ritter, 2 for Riley Van Holzen, and 1 for Faith Van Hollen. Dakota State was led tonight by Jessie Giles with 16 points. Courtney Menning contributed 13. Elsie Asleason with 10, 9 for Mikan Vincent and Lexi Robeson, 5 for Angela Slattery, 4 for Shaylee DeBeer, 3 for Savannah Walsdorf, and 2 each for Shaylee Nagel and Morgan Huber. Dordt had a big edge on the glass, 48-33. Leading the way there was the duo of Ashton Verbeek and Carly Gustafson, each with 12 rebounds, 7 for Janie Skonoven. For Verbeek, that was another double-double, her second straight double-double, 24 points, 12 rebounds. 4 assists for Shimoleski, along with 4 steals, and 2 blocked shots for Ashton Verbeek. And the defenders get a big win tonight over Dakota State, 80-73. We'll take a timeout, and we'll talk to head coach Bill Harmsen as he makes his way up here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to talk with Coach Bill Harmsen in a moment.
Hi, I'm Mel Knobloch. I'm the head coach of the cheer and the dance programs here at Dordt University. One thing that sets our team apart is we are trying to live out the defender way in every aspect of our team and of our program. What that means to us is we are living out our faith daily on our team, putting it into action in both on the performance floor and throughout our daily activities here on campus. We are committed to the academic development of all of our athletes. Our current GPA was a 3.7 for our team this past season. We are also committed to developing our athletes socially, helping them to become servant leaders both in the community and on campus. And lastly, we're committed to the pursuit of championships, maximizing the potential in every dancer and cheerleader here at Dordt. Whether dancing and cheering on the sidelines or at half times at the football and basketball games, or competing throughout our numerous competitions throughout the year, we strive to live out the defender way in all that we do. Come to Dordt and receive a community that supports you, teammates and a coach that want to see you succeed, not only on the dance floor or the cheer floor, but in all aspects of life, mentally, socially, spiritually, academically. If this is something that describes what you are looking for in a cheer or dance program, come on over to Dordt University, schedule a campus visit, and come see if it's the right fit for you.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gymnasium, live on the Dordt Media Network, as the Defender women get a big win, 80-73 over number 13 Dakota State. A hard-fought win, a scrappy win, a gutsy win by the Defenders. And one of the heroes, Carly Gustafson, It's a privilege to talk to you, Carly. Congratulations on a great win. What are your thoughts after a hard-fought game against a quality opponent like Dakota State?
Yeah, I'm just proud of our team for coming out and locking down on defense and playing as a team and getting the win.
A little bit of adversity, got it off to a great start, but Dakota State, you kind of knew they would, but they took the lead in the third quarter. They had a 5-point lead. Fourth quarter, great comeback by the defenders. What did you see? What was some of the keys in that fourth quarter?
I definitely think just locking down on the shooters and also on offense, just sharing the ball. That was key for us to get those extra points, and offensive rebounds also. That was a big thing too.
I'd like to talk to you about being a student athlete here at Dordt University. Talk to us about what your major. What are you studying here?
Yeah, so I'm a social work major and I have a psychology minor, and so yeah, between that and basketball, it's pretty busy, but you get into a good routine, and I've been loving it so far.
How did you get interested in that line of study, in that field of study?
I really just like working with people and helping with them. I have a kind of a heart for people and just bettering their situations and everything, and so that's kind of where it all came from.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I want you to come up with either a favorite class or a favorite professor. Not a favorite professor, but a professor that maybe has had an impact so far in your academic career at Dordt.
Yeah, I definitely think Leah Mao has been a very big influence on my studies and everything. She's just a very active teacher and really wants you to know the content and everything, so I've really enjoyed having her in class.
For the fans out there that have followed your basketball career, you have a sibling now here at Dordt University. What's it like to have a brother here on campus?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's the best. I mean, I see him around campus. I get to talk to him every day. Every Friday we have lunch together. So, yeah, I love it.
Carly, would he say the same thing? If I brought him up here, would he say the same thing, that it's great to be with Carly, my sister?
I think so. We're kind of best friends, I think.
Okay.
So.
Should I ask him that?
You should.
Next time I see him, I will. Carly,
okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you.
Carly Gustafson, junior from Ethan, South Dakota. Outstanding effort by Carly Gustafson, and now we'll shift gears, and head coach Bill Harmson will take the mic. And man, I got to be pinched. Is this real? My first interview. I mean, with Coach Bill Harmson.
It's been a lot of years.
This is an honor and a privilege, sir.
A lot of time. You and I are getting older too, Matt.
That's for sure.
And after all those years, it's finally good to have you here.
What a game, Coach. A great win over a quality opponent, Dakota State. It wasn't easy. It was a battle, but your team grinded it out, and they got the win.
Yeah, the middle two quarters, Dakota State, I thought really played well, and they turned us over a few too many times. And in that third quarter, we just had a lot of silly things happen, and where we kind of tripped over ourselves a couple times, or we missed an easy layup, and it was just a lot of kind of goofy things. And boy, in that fourth quarter, we really corrected it. And I don't know if I've ever coached a game where we scored 21, then 9, then 15, then 35. But that's great for our kids' confidence, and it's great that we were able to answer the run that great Dakota State team had, and then to be able to finish the game. We were ahead with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter at Grandview, and we weren't able to finish. And so to come out here today and in front of our home court and in a home crowd and be able to finish, I'm really proud of our girls.
What was it exactly that was the difference from the third, fourth quarter? What were some of those adjustments or just better execution on what you were trying to do?
It was, man. I mean, it was better execution. Macy hit that big three.
That was a big shot.
That was a huge shot. And, that was our second three for the night. And that was a huge shot. Janie and Ashton and Carly and Liv all gave us extra possessions over the course of the night. We wanted to have 8 offensive rebounds a half, and I think we ended up with 9, and then in the second half, we had 12 or 13, ended up with 21 offensive rebounds. I'm really proud of our effort and being able to go and get those extra possessions for our team. I thought that was a big part of it, and then to be able to go down the stretch and hit some free throws and get valued stops and valued defensive rebounds down there was just really huge for us.
I thought you defended their All-American Jessie Giles, number 1, rather well. She ended up with 16 points, but it was a quiet 16. She really had to work for that, and at times she seemed a little frustrated.
She did. In the first half, she had 6, and I think she just had 1 field goal. You knew that she was going to get hers. I mean, she's a great player, and she can score at all 3 levels. And when she gets a head of steam going downhill, man, she's really hard to guard because she's real savvy with the ball. So she was a tough guard. They make you do a lot of things as far as help comes and where we're sending our help from, and if you wanted to be aggressive on the strong side or on the weak side. And they're a tough scout, but boy, I thought we executed really well, especially in that 4th quarter when we needed it.
You talked about some of the individuals. Let's talk about some of the stats. Ashton Verbeek, a nice night, another double-double, 24 points, 12 rebounds. She really shot it well from mid-range, I thought, and she just continues to lead your club.
Yeah. Some we saw on tape, just that 15-foot, free throw line jumper, and that we knew we had a finder there. And so that was good to see. Carly had a tough time scoring around the basket throughout the course of the game, and so in that beginning of the 4th quarter, we flipped those 2. And Ash was able to score, get to the foul line a little bit at that point. So, those 2, when they play together and play well, man, they're really good. And then you throw Riley and you throw Janie today. We put Faith in that spot because they're so quick off the dribble. And I thought Faith did a really nice job for never doing that in a game. And so we got, we have some nice depth there. And, Ashton's just real solid. And when the game was on the line, we're going to get her the ball and have her go make free throws. Bailey Beckman stepped up to the line, hit big free throws for us. And, Hayden had a big steal down here and hit 2 big free throws. Maya got a big steal, hit 2 big free throws. So really proud of the effort. Everybody played a part in it. I thought our bench was insane. They were loud and crazy and just had a great time. And Matt, to come in here and to win our first game here at home in front of our home crowd, I'm just so happy. I'm really happy for the kids.
Awesome job, Coach. And now you got a little bit of a time off, and then I think you resume next week in Orange City, right?
Yeah, we go to Bellevue on Tuesday, and then we play Marion and Valley City at Northwestern next week. Bellevue, I believe, is a 5 or 6 o'clock start. Bellevue gave Concordia a really good game last night. And Marion is number 4 in the country, and then Valley City. So I like how our team played and competed today. So now it's time to start taking those next steps and to continue, just rattling some cages and see what we can do.
Congrats, Coach. We'll let you go, and congrats on the win.
All right, thanks, Matt.
You bet. Head coach Bill Harmsen talking about his team as they knock off 13th ranked Dakota State. Final score 80-73. We'll flip the script and start talking about the men's game here momentarily. Before we do that, let's take one final break.